Hello, I'm Jennifer Sullivan again, Director of New Student Experience and Parent Programs at Thames Academy. And today's video is going to talk about a book that I highly recommend for all parents and a couple of points that I think are extremely important from the book. The book I'm recommending is The Gift of Failure by Jessica Lahey. This is a fabulous book, again, one that I recommend for all parents, not necessarily Thames Academy parents or those who are prospective Thames Academy parents. But in the book, she talks about failure and how failure is a necessary part of learning. And I know as a parent, myself, watching my children fail or creating a plan where I think they might fail and stepping back and watching can be very, very difficult. But really, as your students are anticipating going off to college, at this juncture in their lives, they need to be able to fail. Thames Academy certainly is a safe place for missteps and for failure. But as they're becoming independent and on the path to becoming independent young adults and adults, they need these learning experiences. So think of it as you're providing them with a chance, you're giving them a tool to help them be better able to function as adults by stepping back and allowing them to fail, as teenagers and as young adults. So along these same lines, 2 points I'd like to highlight out of the many from Jessica Lahey's book. First of all, she compares parents who help children when they're at the point of possibly failing to those who are helping to bulldoze a way out of a dead end. And Jessica's example is that, imagine you're going through a maze and you hit a dead end. Well, then if you're at the dead end and there's nowhere else to go, that in the future that you should not turn down that path because it's a dead end. But sometimes parents, out of their love and wanting to help their children, will bulldoze a path out of the dead end to allow their sons and daughters to continue on the maze. And if someone bulldozes through that dead end, then there really is no learning experience there, and your son and daughter may go through that, go down that same path again and again. A second example that Jessica Lahey gives in her book, The Gift of Failure, is, especially after a failure, giving a recommendation for how parents can act. And one example that she gives is that parents, after a failure, can be supportive and perhaps act as more of a grandparent than a parent. And in this way, she says, that grandparents often are non-judgmental, are unconditionally loving, supportive, do a lot of listening. And of course, this certainly depends on your personal experience with grandparents. But she suggests that parents become more like grandparents than parents after a failure or after, a misstep, along the way, rather than immediately jumping in and offering solutions or helping to solve the problem. That parents become a listening ear, on the ride home. That parents really take a back seat and are there to encourage and support and uplift their son or daughter rather than immediately jumping in and giving solutions for how they can solve the problem and perform differently next time. So again, I highly recommend the book, The Gift of Failure by Jessica Lahey, and thank you for watching.